Welcome to the Good Sport Podcast, when we discuss how we see virtue in sports. Today's topic is Padres 2026 Fanfest. I attended Padres 2026 Fanfest for about 3 hours. Have you ever been to a sporting event and wondered, was that even worth it? Is being a fan good for your character? If someone asked me to describe Fanfest, here's what I would do. I would say that Fanfest was a free event. Fans could catch a fly ball in the outfield, pitch in the Padres bullpen, go to the Padres garage sale, watch the Padre players be interviewed, run around the bases, and so much more. Padres Fanfest took place in Petco Park, which is the number 1 MLB stadium in America. You are able to access the field, and there's a lot of activities to do around the stadium, depending on the day you go. This event took place on January 31st, 2026. Some people that I've met there were my brother, my dad, my friend Caleb, and his dad. I also met Mason Miller, Joe Musgrove, a MLB content creator. My purpose for going was to find how Padres Fanfest showed fans how there was virtue in sports. I hoped to learn that all MLB players saw virtue in sports. My experience did not show that. I got there after arriving late from baseball practice. My mom dropped me off because it was so busy, and I stayed for about 3 hours. The first part of our trip was the arrival. I was late from practice. We had to walk through security. I walked into the stadium. The smell of the San Diego rodeo was still there. The field was still torn up, and there was about 40,000 people there. I saw my friend Caleb, who was waiting in line for the bullpen. He'd already been waiting in line for an hour by the time I got there. I had to wait another hour until I was able to throw 3 pitches in the bullpen. While we were waiting, I met another fan. He had gone to the Padres garage sale. It sounded like he had had a great time. Also, Don and Mud, the Padres TV commentators, were interviewing 4 major Padres pitchers: Michael King, Joe Musgrove, Mason Miller, and Nick Pivetta.
For a signed ball. I thought that we
No.
My brother Jed was signed up for an opportunity to win a free Michael King signed baseball. He heard the name Jed, so he walked up to claim his prize. But what the noise actually was Jeff. My brother almost won the prize. Once I finally got to the bullpen, I started my windup. My first pitch was a 45-mile-per-hour strike. My second pitch was a 47-mile-per-hour strike. And my third pitch, well, that one was a wild pitch to the backstop. After this experience, we were led out to Gallagher Square, which is the fun section of Petco Park. There is activities for kids to do, just some place to play around, and a playground. I met up with Caleb's dad and we walked back around the stadium to run the bases. I zipped along the base paths and it was very fun. To feel like I was actually a Padre who just hit a home run. After meeting up with my dad, we walked to the 97.3 The Fan booth. This is where the Padres radio network was interviewing Padres pitchers, the same ones that were already interviewed by Don and Mud. The first person to be interviewed was Mason Miller. I got a fist bump from him after he finished his interview. The second person, however, was Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove came out with a security guard for his interview. I got a fist bump from him. I asked him, "Joe, can I ask you a question?" He was like, "Sure." I asked him, "How do you see virtue in sports today?"
So, I'm doing this project for school. I'm calling it the Good Sport Podcast. What's up, Joe?
Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe?
What's up, guys? Alright, that's gonna be it.
I cut that out.
How do you see virtue in sports today? How do you see virtue in sports today? Well, so I have this school project, 5-hour podcast, and I chose to do the Good Sport Podcast. And so I'm doing about how virtue is still seen in sports.
I think I'm going to need a definition of virtue in sports.
Well, like sportsmanship, perseverance.
So the question is, what impact does that have in sports?
Yes.
Let me think about it. I'll talk to you after this.
All right.
That he would get back to me after his interview. I waited until after his 97.3 The Fan interview. He said that he'll have to get back to me on that one because he didn't know how to answer the question. This made me believe that he was going to think about the question further.
Joe. So, how do you
It's going to be a hard question to answer right now, but I got to get going. Okay?
All right, bye, Joe. Bye,
Did
Joe.
Joe? Good to meet you.
After this conversation, I started to talk to the 97.3 The Fan interviewer.
We have a couple minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just wondering how, like, you guys see character traits in sports today.
Definitely see a lot of guys that there's like what people understand is like there's a camaraderie of like all the players on the team. Like, they're all really like on the same team because they all like kind of work together. And so you definitely see a lot of like them like sticking together a lot. You just see a lot of fun, friendly talk between the players. It's not like it's not as high level. Angry competition like it was way back in the day. Playing with everybody, it's almost like you're playing like men's softball. In the same league, you see the same guys, everybody's friends. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for answering.
You're welcome.
I asked him how he sees character traits in sports today. He said that he sees friendship. This surprised me because he said that all the guys are just hanging out and having a good time. But what I should have asked him was, what about when someone intentionally throws an 100-mile-per-hour baseball at someone's head? Is that still friendship? After this, I went to Pizza Port, one of the many restaurants Petco Park has to offer. Got one slice of pepperoni pizza. It was a large slice, and it was very juicy. After this, we had to leave the stadium and walk through the thousands of fans. As we were walking down to the field level to leave, we ran into someone from the MLB. He was interviewing Padres fans and asking them how they expected the Padres season to go. I got to be in an interview.
All right, so how excited are you about the Padres opening day roster?
I am very excited because I'm looking at Laureano, Errol, Tatis, Machado, just a great top five. I know we still got some solid guys in the bottom though, so I think it's going to be successful.
What's your favorite thing about baseball?
Probably like the activeness of like when someone gets a big hit, like how loud the cheering is.
Yeah, the atmosphere? Awesome. Do you think that this entire league is competitive in terms of competitive balance in 2026?
You mean like the NL West?
Yeah, and just the league as a whole.
Okay, yes, I do. I think everybody is getting better as the seasons go on. Obviously the Rockies are in the bottom, but I think the Padres have a good chance this year.
Do you think that every year the Padres have a chance to win the World Series, an equal shot to win the World Series?
This year, new manager probably declines that a tiny bit, just because it's a new manager. But yeah, they still have a good shot.
What do you think in your mind are the two biggest issues that baseball is facing or challenges, and if you could change them, how would you do that?
Probably, let's see, like having more like fan-friendly stadiums like this is probably one, because like number two, maybe more giveaways, I don't know.
Last one I have for you is, do you think that the sport needs a salary cap?
Or that I can what?
Do you think that MLB needs a salary cap? So how much money a team can spend every year?
I don't think so, because say Ohtani is a free agent and the Padres want him, but everybody else is willing to pay more. They also need to pay more.
Awesome. Sounds good.
First, he asked me what I expected the Padres 2026 roster to look like. I said I was very hopeful for this roster. He also asked me how Petco Park is better than other ballparks. I said because of its running around activity and how much food it has to offer. He asked me if MLB should have a salary cap. I said, probably, but also probably not. This all was very interesting for me. I felt like I learned that if you ask someone a question, they might not know the answer to it. I learned that not all major sports figures are thinking about how their lives affect other people. I thought it was interesting, however, that the 97.3 The Fan guy sees friendship and fun in sports. He's a level under the professional athletes and gets to talk to them, which makes it interesting to think because he has a different perspective on the game. I feel like going to that event was worth it, and being a fan in that event was worth it. This is because I got to pitch in the bullpen and run around the bases. And there was also many other activities that I did not get to do. I saw the virtue of friendship at Fanfest when I got to hang out with my friend Caleb.